telling, like, when you talk about a scatter plot is mainly a plot which is used to compare between the two measurable values, like sales and the profit, or okay, discount versus profit, discount versus sales. Okay, so I want to do the kind of a comparison, so we use this. It's mainly used a correlationship between the two measurable values. Okay, so now see, initially, like, I just took this particular thing, so that means if I have to do this one, so let me just clear everything here. Let me redo it. So if I have to create a scatter plot chart, the what is the requirement here is we need to have two measurable values. So accordingly, what I will do is I'll just select the two measurable values, and we'll just take the sales and the profit, and I just say go to the show me and say I will go for the scatter plot. Now you can see here that it has been plotted, and the x-axis we have the sales, and in the y-axis we have the profit. X-axis we have the sales, and in the y-axis we have the profit. Now what happens here is when you see here, see it is starting from 0, 0. So when you look into this one, this is a start point here. Okay, this is going as the sales, and this is going as the profit. Okay, and you can see the bubble is over here. So if it is the rightmost, that means the high sales, and if it is a top, it is a high profit. So that means when you see this particular bubble, it says it has done the sales are in the that means, like, the sales are just close to 2.4 million. It's around 23 lakhs, and profit for that is 2.8 lakhs. So when you see roughly around 12% is the profit what we are having.
Yes,
Now, see, 12% I know is a good profit. I don't know. It might be a good,
yeah,
but again, what happens is, see, if you've taken a loan and then trying to do a business, what is the kind of interest you need to pay for that loan? Okay, so now I say loan is 15, 16%. Now you're getting a profit of only 12%. So that means we cannot even pay back your loan. We have to pay back your loan, and still you have to gain some kind of profit because you're doing some work, business, is it? So
yeah,
I don't think so that is a good profit, is it? So I just want to know, okay, so on that basis, if I say, if you just take that simple principle here, okay, if you take some loan and you're trying to do a business, for the loan, what I say, interest itself, you have to pay around
that,
15, 16% minimum kind of a thing. So when I say 15 to 16%, what I say, interest you're paying, if you're earning only a profit of 12%, how can you pay that 15%? You're still in the loss, no? Okay.
yes,
So I just want to find out, like, so that, yeah, I need to improve my business so that I can run in a profitable kind of a things. That's it. So for that, what I will do here is I just want to see is this particular products, how they are performing in each category of product wise. Okay, I'll break down into category. I'll just double click on the category. As soon as I double click on this particular category, so you can see we have these three symbols here. This is your technology, this is office supplies, and this is your furniture. I will add a category into the label. I'll just select the category, add to the label so that we can display the label here. So when you see here, what is happening is technology is on the rightmost. That means it is the highest sales, and it is in the topmost, means highest profit. So understand that the technology has done the high out of these three different categories of product. Technology has done the highest sales because it is in the rightmost kind of a things, and it has given me the highest profit. You can see it is in the very topmost. We don't have any other symbols about this. Okay, so when you see here, so for a sales of 8.4 lakhs, okay, we are getting almost 1.5 lakhs ka profit. So that means around 17, 18% profit we are getting. Okay, and when you see the office supplies, a slightly lower sales. When you see the sales is being declined here, so it's something like, if it is going towards the right hand side from left to right, so there is a decline in the sales, and the top to bottom you can see it is declining the profit. So when compared to the technology, so they have a slightly a lower sales and also a slightly lower profit. Okay, compared to the technology. Now the major thing comes is your furniture. It has done a very slightly lower sales compared to what you say the technology. Okay, but at the same time, when you see the at again, but it has done the higher sales than even the office supplies. It has done higher sales than the office supplies, a slightly lower sales than the technology. But when it comes to profit, what is happening here? The profit is very, very low. So that means it has done almost more than the sales of office supplies. But office supplies, how much profit we are getting here? For office supplies, we are getting a profit of 1,25,000. And we see the furniture, we are hardly getting around 20,000, not even 20,000 here. When you see this one, if I draw a line here, so it is less than 20,000, I'm getting the profit. So where is 1,25,000 and where is less than 20,000? It is almost sevenfold, eightfold higher profit what you're getting in the office supplies with the lesser sales, even with the lesser sales. Okay, that means more sales means we have invested more. Okay, and we have the good sales numbers are good, but the profit is very, very bad. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so when you see here, when you understand this, we are having a sales of 7,42,000, for which we are getting a profit of only 18,000. And when if you roughly calculate here, 2% means 15,000, you should get the profit. Yes. Okay. Just about 2,000, 2% we are getting a profit. Here we are getting 17 to 18% profit. Here we are just getting about 2% profit. Where is 2% and where is 18%? Okay, so that means all my overall profit is only 12%. The reason is because the furniture we have a very good sales, but the profit is very low, very, very low. This is the big concern for my business, is it?
Yes,
So
sir.
like overall is 12%, but here I'm just getting only 2% profit. Okay, and you can see if I stop the business of furniture, my overall profit is around 18%. Okay,
Yes,
directly I'm shooting up the profit. Okay, so that is what it is. Okay, so that is what is we are able to understand the problem where we are facing the problems, why our profit is low.
okay.
Okay, want to try this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, the next thing is, hey, now I know the profit is the furniture is very bad, but I just want to further drill on this thing. I just want to know under each category we have some subcategories, how each subcategories are performing. So what I will do is I'll just remove the category, okay, from the shapes, and I will add, okay, so I'll just remove the category, I'll add a subcategory, and you can see we have this particular bubbles showing this different subcategories here. I'll try to add a category into the shape here, so it shows with the different shapes. Okay, or might be like the sub yeah, so I'll just take the subcategory. Okay, I'll just double click on the subcategories here. Okay, and when you just add this subcategories, you can see here we have many subcategories, so it is automatically showing in the form of a colors here. Okay, now you can see here this is phones and the chairs, they're doing very good their sales. Okay, we have some products here like the phones and chairs, they are doing very good sales. I'll show the labels here. So I want to show the same subcategory into the labels. Okay, drag this particular subcategory again and drop into the labels here. It shows me with the labels here, so we can easily see numbers are not required, we can easily come to know 340 lakhs. So they both are almost done a same sales, things. So sales wise, they are in the top leader. Okay, but profit wise, when you see here, the phone is in the very top compared to your chairs. So phones have given me a far better profit compared to the chairs. They both have done the equal sales, but the profit wise, okay, chairs is just on half of it, 26,000. This is 44,000, almost half of the profit what I'm getting in the chairs. That means chairs belongs to what category? It's the furniture. I want to show the category. What I will do, I'll just take the category and add to the shape. So you can see instead of showing this just the bubbles here, it is showing with the different types of shape. Okay, the circles are nothing but your category furnitures. Okay, the plus sign is your technology. Okay, so you want to change this size of the shape and things, you can just go to this particular shape here, and I say instead of this hollow, I can just say filled shape something, or individual shape. You want to have a different kind of icons, you can even get the different icons, even you can get the icons from the net also. Okay, I think this should be good enough. I say furniture, I just want to keep it as I say plus sign here. Office supplies, I just want to maintain it as star, and I say technology, I just want to maintain the circle. Yeah, I just say plain circle kind of thing. Say apply. Say okay. Yeah, the shape is representing the type of products what they are. Okay, so I can just slightly resize this. Yeah. Okay. Now what happens here is when you see here the phones and chairs, the phones and the chairs, they are the top leader when it comes to this, what do you say, the profit. But when it comes to, sorry, they're top leader in the sales. When it comes to profit, chairs have given me very low profit. Now, chairs belongs to what? Okay, it belongs to plus sign is your furniture. It belongs to what you say, furniture. It belongs to furniture. Okay. Now, again, when it comes to the phones here, I think colors, I don't think so is needed, is it? Subcategory into the colors. Instead of that, I can just put that also subcategory into the, just remove that. I can put the same category into the colors also. Yeah, I think now it is looking better. Uh, because the names are automatically telling what is that product, is it? So the color and the shape is giving a clear, this one telling that, hey, these are like, technology. This is technology. We see technology mean we have four products and how they have been performing. We see that the phones are doing a very good sales and a good profit, but copiers is something like, even with the average sales or even with the below average sales, it has given me one of the highest profit. So that means it's in the top edge. Okay, that means highest profit with the very average sales. Okay, and they belong to what category? Technology and accessories. Okay, it has done the slightly higher sales than the copiers, but when it comes to a profit, it is a very good profit. Okay, yeah, not as good as the copier, but compared to the other products, hey, it has done a very good profit. Okay, and the phones, and you can see with the highest sales, it has done the second highest profit. Okay, and the machines, very good sales. The profit is a concern in the case of machine. So one thing I understand here is, okay, when you observe in this particular one here, okay, when you observe this here is, yeah, when you observe in this one is, mm, the top three profitable products, and the top three profitable product, all the three products belongs to technology. So technology totally has four products. Out of four products, the three products are belonging to the top three profitable products. Is it? So top three out of three, all the three belongs to technology. That means irrespective of the sales, whether the sales are high or the sales are low, but we see that it has given me a very, very, very good profit. Okay, even below average sales has given me the highest profit. Accessories, almost an average sales, has given a third highest profit. The phones were the highest sales, it has given me the second highest. Okay, so irrespective of the sales, whether the sales are the highest or the average or below average, I've got the highest profit. The top three profitable products, all the three belongs to what I say, technology. But one concern here is machines. Machines have done a very higher sales than the copiers and accessories, a very, very good sales. But here the profit is a big concern here. Oh, not even 5,000, it is around 3,000 is a profit for a sales of almost 2 lakhs. Okay, so that means generally all the technology products means they give a good profit, and the machines are not given as a good profit. So that means here something like an investigation has to be done into this. Okay, what is going wrong with this particular machines? Okay, why the sales are good but still the profit is not good? Might be a machine should not be kept in the commercial areas, because that might be giving costing us more rental cost. Okay, fixed cost is more or something. Okay, so that can be the reason. So we need to do an investigation on this particular thing. So telling that, so how we can increase, see, the sales are happening, only thing is we need to increase the profit. That means to increase the profit, might be the first thing is, it's not like, it's selling with a big margin. So is there is any kind of overhead cost which is hampering the profit? Okay, so see, minimum generally when you see 30% we keep a profit, but still we are getting only 1% profit. That means my overhead cost is more, might be my rental cost is more. Okay, might be maintenance cost is more. Okay, so there can be various factors, those particular things we can do a corrective measures on that. So that, okay, if you remove the overhead cost of this can be jumped over here and the overall profit can be increased. Got it? Understood what I'm trying to say?
Yes, Sadhu. Yes, Sadhu.
Okay, this is how we need to understand kind of a thing, is it? And when you say office supplies, when you say office supplies, we have all the small items. So when I say small items, see, we are not able to see a good profit here. The reason is because the sales are low. Okay, see, always the profit comes as a small portion of the sales, is it? So we have done a sales of 100 rupees. We cannot expect a profit to be 500 rupees. You cannot have a profit more than 100 bucks, is it? Okay, so it
Uh-huh.
is around 15, 20 rupees or something, we get a profit from there. So here, when you see the product, as you see the names itself, fasteners, labels, arts, papers, binders, they are like, so low value profit, is it? Okay, you cannot compare a paper with the mobiles or phones, which is costing around 15, 20,000, and the paper is costing, say, 50 paise or say 1 rupee. How much ever you sell that, the value of that particular product is very small. And this, even if you sell one product, the price, the value is more. Okay, so on that basis, like, we say that, they are like small products, we have a low sales value. So the profit is a small portion of that, but still they have a positive profit. That is a good thing. But in this also, we can see there is one product. Okay, this is my zero line, is it? So which is giving me a negative profit, is a concern here. Okay, why is that negative profit? Why is it running in a loss? So some kind of corrective measures can be done, but a slightly negative profit. But one good thing over here is the papers. We can see here the sales are very low. When you see the sales is just one, like, not even half of it, not even quarter of it, not even 25% line of the scale line. Okay, but when you see the profit, it has crossed almost 75% of the profit line. So that means, and we can see it is a fourth highest profit. Okay, with a very low sales, so with a very minimum sales. So that means, and this belongs to what, accessories. So I can say this is a big things to notice here. So this is the products which is with very low sales, giving me a very good profit. Yeah, that is
Yes,
what we have
Sadhu.
to understand here is. And those belongs to what, office supplies. So office supplies mean we have many products where they are small valued products. Okay, the sales are low, the profit is low, and there are some products we have a good sales and good profit kind of a things, or a slightly below average profit kind of a things. But I think according to the sales, the profit is good. But there are some products here, like so papers, even with a very low sales, it has given me a good profit. Okay, the same thing, accessories is almost done much higher sales than the or to say papers, but the profit wise it's very low. Okay, there are a lot of ups and downs, and it depends clearly on the different types of products. But again, we see that in this we have a product here, papers with a very low sales, it has given me a very good profit. So that is a lot of learnings from here, a lot of things to be noticed, or this should be our favorite product. So this has to be more than more promotion. The more the business we do the of the papers, the more is the profit we are getting here. Okay,
Yes, Sadhu.
thanks. Now the third thing comes is your furniture. When you see the furniture, again we have four products here. We can see that chairs has done is given the one of the highest sales, but when it comes to a profit, a very marginal profit, very average profit. So we can see phones and chairs, they have done almost the same sales, but the profit is very low in the case of the chairs. And when you see the overall profit for 3.5 lakhs sales, we have only 25,000 ka profit, which is a very scary number when you see that, 6 to 7%, 7 to 8, 7% profit around. Okay, I think. And we see that furnishing a low sales and the low profit for 91,000 to 13,000, that is around 10 to 11% profit. But out of four products in the furniture, the two are giving me a negative profit, even with the good sales. You can see bookcases, they have done a sales of more than 1 lakh, 1,14,000 car sales. But what is that profit we are getting? Not, we are not getting any profit. We are running in a loss here. Minus 3,500 is the loss for me. There's a negative profit of minus 3,500. And we see the tables has done more than 2 lakhs, 2 lakh 7,000 ka sales. But what are we ending up? The profit is minus 18,000, minus 17,725 is minus 18,000 negative profit, is it? So we see that even with a very good sales, okay, profits are negative. So first thing is, in the case of furniture, out of four products, two products are giving me a negative profit. Okay, and a major concern here is the tables. It has done a very good sales, but the profit is one of the worst. Okay, biggest negative profit. Okay, that is the major concern here. And we see the chairs. It has done a very good sales. It is one of the highest sales, but the profit wise is very average. And the furnishing, okay, kind of a low sales, low profit is fine. But these are the major concerns. Majorly, like tables is a big concern. It has done such a huge sales, but the profit is a big negative. So that means a lot of corrective measures has to be done on this one. Got it?
Yeah, Sadiq, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any
Just give me
questions?
2 minutes, I will do practice. Okay, Sadiq.
Okay, fine. Hey, this is a very useful chart for taking a lot of business decisions. Kind of things. Okay,
Yes, Sadiq. Yes.
now, okay, we are able to find out things. Okay, you want to add a constant line here. So I just want to add a zero line to know, like, which of the products are in a negative profit. So I can add a constant line by just going to the analytics here. And in the analytics, we have a line here. I say constant line. Select this, and I want to apply this for the profit. I'll just drag and drop on the profit. And I want to say for zero. You can see. And you want to format this line. So I can just right click on this particular line, say format. I want to have a dotted line here, dashed line. I want this to be in the red color. I want it to be a little thick, dark, or transparencies kind of a things.
Okay, Sadiq.
Mhm.
Shall we move forward?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so यहाँ पे we can easily come to know which all my negative profit. You want to fill this below, you want to fill this color or something. So we can just click on the line here. I just say fill below, you want to have this kind of a reddish color and might be like, shading. I just want to make it as semi-transparent, dark red. Say it as, yeah, good and go to the light red color, is it? Okay, fine.
Yes, Sadik.
Yeah, 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 fine. So this is something like, there is these are the negative profits what we have. Apart from that, we can divide into four different quadrants. Okay, so I can just add this again, and I'll take an average line here, and I'll just take the average line for the sales as well as the profit. So if I go to the sales here, so what is the average sales? What is there? So it is we are trying to add this average line for the sales here. Okay, so there are many products here. So we have very good sales and the low sales and kind of thing. So what is the average line? Average sales kind of a thing. So average sales is 1,35,000 because we see that there are some products with 3,30,000, some products with 3,000. Okay, so the average sales here is 1,35,000. So it is taken as a default kind of a thing. So or you can explicitly add a constant line and say, okay, I want to say average sales is 1.5 lakhs or something. You can do that also. And I'll take this average line even for the profit. Okay, so I'll take it for the profit here. So we can see we have some products with 55,000 profit. We have some products with what do you say, minus 25,000, and average profit is say around 16,000. Okay, now when you do this one here, again, like when you click on anything, it shows me what is the sales and the profit. Kind of a drop lines are good. So where exactly they stand, okay, hold down the control key and select the other one, and you can do a kind of a comparisons here. Okay, so how each has been performing and so on. Okay, now when I draw this particular average line, you can see your whole data is being divided into four different quadrants. Okay, I can just say this particular quadrant here. So we can say it's a the bottom is the sales, on the right hand side is the high sales, on the left hand side is the low sales. So these are low sales, and the profit is it's in the below, means low profit. So these are like a low sales and the low profit. Okay, so when it comes to the labels, art, fasteners, furnishing and all these things, we have a low profit because the sales are low. Okay, and those particular things which comes over here. Okay, so the year sales is still low because in the left hand side, no, the very low sales, but when it comes to the profit is above the average, no, so high profit. So you can see in this the papers is falling into this category. So it just says even with the low sales we are getting a very high profit. Okay, and you can see the copiers and accessories are very close to this line. Mainly, like copiers are very close to line. So that means, like it has done a very very high sales, and the profit is very high. Okay, low sales and high profit. So all this also belongs to this category. I can say it's very close to this line. Is it? Okay, so you can see the kind of a distance here from this and this. There is a big difference, So that means this is very close to this particular what you say. This is very close to this particular what is it the sales, so that means it's a slightly higher sales above the average sales. Okay, but when you see the profit wise, so there is a big difference here between this and this, so they have won a very good profit. So I can just say, like even the copiers accessories generally belongs to that particular category, where with the low sales we are getting a high profit. Okay, and those particular things which belongs to this one is it is high sales and high profit. So that means it is on the right hand side is the high sales, and if it is in the top is the high profit. The phones is belonging to this category mainly. So because we are able to see a good profit of the phones only because the sales are very good. Okay, chairs also is just coming in this particular category with just like slightly above margin. Okay, above the average. The reason is because they have very good sales. Okay, and storage, you can see it is even though it's a good sales, but the profit is very close to the average line. And the chairs, it is very far away from this particular sales line, is it? But is very close to this particular what do you say, the profit line. So that means when you see the chairs, it has done a very good sales, but the profit is very average. That is what we are able to understand. So at the end of the day, like these products are coming belonging to this particular quadrant. As only thing is, because they have very high sales, they have given us a high profit. Okay, but this one is, even with the low sales, we have got a high profit. And this, the last quadrant over here, this one is, the sales are very high sales, but the profit is low. Okay, so we see that machines, the sales are about 2 lakh, almost to close to 2 lakhs, 1 lakh 90,000, and the profit is just around 3,000. Tables, you can see the sales is more than 2 lakhs, 2 lakh 7,000 is the sales, but the profit is minus 18,000, negative profit. So here it's a big concern. So as a data analyst, okay, those particular products belonging to this one, so they have to immediately do an investigation on that. Immediately they have to do a corrective measures on this on the priority basis. Okay, and those products which belongs to this high sales high profit, oh, we have a lot of things to learn from here. So how we are able to generate a good profit even with the low or average sales, or below very low sales, very good profit. Okay, and I can say the copiers also, we have to learn a lot of things. Accessories also, we can learn a lot of things. Oh, these are the products where especially like papers and the copiers, a lot of things to learn even with the low sales. Okay, we are getting very good profit. Okay, how we are able to get that kind of a profit. Okay, we need to learn a lot of things. But when it comes to those particular products like phone, chairs, binders, and all this thing, we are able to see in a good profit only because the sales are very good. So here we need to know, like what is the overhead cost and all these things, how we can decrease the kind of what do you say, how we can increase the profit. The sales are good, but the profit is not good. So how we can increase the profit, that is a big major thing what we need to look into it. But the fourth category, what you say, high sales, the sales are very good, but the profit is low or negative profit. This is a major concern here. Okay, so in this case, can be like the tables. We have a negative profit of 18,000. Whatever the profit we are getting over here, we are compromising with this one, and our organization is not able to grow. So we need to look into that. Why exactly? So it might be like some products might not be having a good business in some states, some cities, but same product is doing very good sales in the other cities. So ship that particular products to that cities and do the business over there. Is it? That's the kind of a direct this one. So there we are getting a sales with a good profit. Okay, but here the sales are not happening, and you are keeping that particular products here, the stores, rentals, everything you are paying. So at the end of the day, like your overhead cost is more than your sales. Okay, that is why we are ending up in the big negative profit. So switch that particular products to a different regions. Okay. Fine. This is what is the kind of understanding that we are able to understand by putting this data into this quadrants here. So they are, so I can say this should be among my favorite one. This should be my favorite one because here we are getting a good profit, is it? Even with the low sales. Okay, Vishnu.
Yes, Sadiq, yes.
Yeah. So a lot of learnings here.
Yes, Sadiq.
Okay. Yeah. So you can create this thing.
Yes, Sadiq, yes. Okay, Sadiq, shall we move ahead?
Yeah. It was mainly like we can try to find out where things are going wrong. Okay, where the corrective measures have to be done, where which has to be my favorite products. So those favorite products, maybe we can do a lot of marketing activities like appliances, papers, and the copiers, they are like, the products, even with low sales, they are giving us a good profit. So this should be our favorite products. Okay, these four products I can say: copiers, accessories, papers, and appliances. So even with the average or low sales, there we are getting a good profit. Okay, and these are like, small products, so that is the reason that my profit is low. But if you increase the business is fine, but this should be our favorite product. Do more promotion on this because they are products which is giving me a good profit. Okay, and we see that the machines in the table is a major concern, because even with a very good sales, we have very low profit, and the table especially like, negative profit. That is what is the major kind of a things. So where we have to do the corrective measures, we are able to understand and how each category wise. And one thing, you see the technology, all technologies are giving me a good profit. Okay, but missions is one major concern, even though it belongs to a category which gives me a very good profit. So but this particular product, even with the, as you can see, this technology, what happens, even with the low sales, they're giving us a high profit. But machines, in spite it has done a very good sales, but the profit is very major concern here. Yeah. Here the next thing is, I can also perform what you call it as animation on this chart. This is the only chart where I can perform the animation. Okay, the default charts, what is there. Okay, animation is what? Animating it kind of a things. So how do we do that one? Is, so you can see we have something called as a page here, pages. So I'll just go here. So what I want is, I want to animate this based on the date. Okay, so I'll go to this particular, what to say, the order date. I'll take the order date here, okay, and just select, drag and drop this into the pages. So here you can see um, it has created this one here as the what to say, the play access one. You can see this one here, okay, and now you have the play button here. When you hit on the play button, you can see it starts playing, and you can see here it shows me the year. You can see here it shows me the year. Okay, so if I just say play on this, you can see 2018 to 19 to 20 to 21, how things are changing. We're able to see this. And here we have the speed to control. So this is the play forward direction, the play backward direction, the play pause, and control the speed. There's a slow, medium, and the fast. Okay, so if I just say I want to play in the medium speed, okay, select second option here. Okay, medium, and then I just hit on the play. It goes with the medium speed. Okay, or when I just hit on this particular fast and then you play, so you can see now it goes very fast. You can see it is just going in the no time. You can see, okay, we can control the speed, but at the same time, all this particular speed is not going to my way, because I have a different way of explaining. I say in 2018 what happened, I want to take my own time. So in that case we can use this, okay, you have a slider here. You can see 18, click on next is 19, 20, 21, or we can even select from the drop down here. 19 may what happened, 22 may what happened, 22 may what happened. Okay, so I can go with our own speed also.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so what is that we are able to understand from here is, when you see in 2018 the phones and chairs, they have done a very good sales.
Yes, Sadir.
They're the top leader in the sales, and also they are top leader in the profit. When you see both, not only the sales as well as the profit is very good. Okay, when you see they are the leaders in the profit and the sales, nobody. Okay, the phones have done the highest sales and has given me the highest profit, and there is no competitor again. When it comes to the chairs, has done the highest sales as that of the phones, and it has given me a kind of a low profit, but compared to the other products, it has given me the highest profit, also second highest profit. Okay, with almost the second highest sales, with a very marginal difference. There is a difference between the phones and the chairs when it comes to sales wise. The profit wise, there is a big difference, but at the end of the day, they both are the top leader in not only the sales, even in the profit. That was in the year 2018. That was in the year 2018. Okay, so now when I go to the next, this one, say 2019. In 2019, that trend is still retained from with respect to sales wise. So sales wise, they are still the highest one. Okay, because they were with the big margin, but actually when you see here, they have declined it. Okay, we can see they are going in the backward direction, but still the kind of a sales they had a huge. Okay, so they are still in the top leader when it comes to the sales, but when it comes to the profit, we have a copiers, accessories, they're coming in the top profits. Okay, and when you see the same thing in 2020, still they are in the top leader with respect to the sales, but the profit wise, there are many products which are giving me a better profit. We see that, oh, copiers in 2018 it was completely not visible. Copiers, okay, where is the copiers? We can see here very, very, very low sales. In 2018 we had a total sales of 10,000, for which we have got a profit of only 2,900. And we'll see 2019 में what is happening the copiers. Okay, from 10,000 the sales have increased to 26,000, almost tripled, more than 250%. No, okay, but it comes to profit. So previous year we had 2,900 and now it is 9,900. So how much? When you say threefold, 2,900 into 3 is to 8,700. No, it is almost fourfold, is it? Three and a half
Yeah,
fold, 50% growth. So you can see the kind of a growth what has been shown, 350% growth. 250% of the growth in the sales, 350% growth in the profit. So it is not only it is growing the sales numbers. It is not like we are doing some kind of a promotional activities and we are giving some products with a big discount. No, it is not happening in that way. So we are increasing the sales and we are also increasing the very good profit. Okay, there's a very positive sign. And we see from 2019 to 20, oh, again it has doubled. From 2,900 it came to 9,900. Now it has come to like 17,000 profit. So it is again doubling, doubling, doubling. And the sales also from 10,000 it became to 27 6,000. From there you can see again doubling. Okay, 50,000. Okay, and when you see in 21, oh, it is in the very top. Okay, and you can see sales. It started from 10,000. Now it is the sales is 62,000 in a single year. Okay, the profit, it started with 2,900 in a year. Now it is 25,000 in a year. So when you see 2,900 and 25,000, it is almost tenfold. So we have tenfold profit in a single year. Okay, compared to the 4 years before and now. So that is really a good progress. And when it comes to sales also, before it was only 10,000, now it is 6,000. It is six folds. Six folds we have a higher sales and 10 folds higher profit. That's a big achievement, is it? The copiers. So now you want to see the kind of a growth what is happening here. So what you do is in this we have a show history. Just take this. Okay, when you show history, take this and say you want to mark. You want to have a trailing line. You can just set hit this particular trail. Now, when you click on this particular thing, you can see how it has been grown. Okay, 2018, okay, it was very invisible, very, very bottom in the table, both respect to the sales and the profit. But you can see in one single year, it has covered a long distance, both in the respect to the sales and the profit. Again, you can see that did not end, it has continued growing, continued growing. And we can see that overall, we see that it has been growing not only with the sales, it is also growing with the profit.
yeah, sir.
Okay. Now, if you want to compare this with the papers, you can see papers also have shown a good, that same 45-degree orientation. But the kind of a thing what has been covered, distance covered is very low. Okay. So when you see here papers in 2018 to 19, okay, when you compare this particular papers and the copiers, how much they have been covering. It has hardly covered the distance. You can see here in 2 years, okay, from 18 to 20, you can see the kind of a growth in the copiers and this one paper. So the kind of a see the kind of a angle is the same. Okay, it is not only growing in the sales, it is also growing in the profit. Okay, both the papers and this one, but the amount of growth is very low. Okay, compared to the copiers, you can see the copiers the way it has been progressing. It's really amazing, and papers not even half of that. But yeah, it is not only increase in the sales, it is increasing in the profit on year.
Okay.
So I can say papers are far better. Okay, See, copiers like they are doing a very good sales growth and the profit growth. The paper is also doing good, but the papers are small value. So how much ever the sales you do, the value of the sales is low. The profit also is low. The percentage wise, both are equally a very good kind of a things. They're not only increasing the sales, they're increasing even the profit. Okay, and the same thing when you see the phones. Oh, it started with this highest sales, highest profit, but you can see when you see 18 to 19, they have shown a decline. Okay, 19 to 20, you can see they have shown a progress in the sales, but the profit is much more decline. But I can say 20 to 21, they have shown an increase in the sales. The profit is the same as what it was 4 years before. So we see that it has just shown a sign of a slight increase in the sales. That's it. But the profit wise, it has shown the not shown any kind of an increase. Rather, these 2 years they have shown a decline in the profit. I think the similar kind of story goes with the copiers also.
Yes.
And when it comes to our tables, you can see here what is happening. 18 to 19, there was a negative. All the 4 years, there is a negative. And when you see here, 18 May, we had a sales of how much? The tables. We had a sales of 46,000, but still we are not able to get any profit. Minus 3,100 negative profit. Okay. And when you see in 2019, May, what is happening? Still, my sales and the profit is okay, sales have declined, but the profit is still major decline, minus 3,500. Okay,
Yes, Sadhguru.
and 2 years it has shown a negative profit. Third year, again the sales have increased, but my profit is still 20 minus 3,000. So all the 3 years we can see it is done very good sales. In spite of the very having a very good sales, we are not able to see even a single rupee of profit. We are paying it from our pocket. We are it is running in a big loss. Okay, and all the 3 years we have not concerned about it, and the fourth year you can see here the way it has been shown. Okay, it has shown the same sales, but the profit wise it was playing around minus 30 3,000 minus 3,000. Now it has become as minus 8,000 in a single year. So I can say this is the mismanagement properly. Okay, first 3 years was not good enough to know how things are happening, and when 3 years maybe we are not able to fix the problem in the fourth year, so it has been clearly telling nobody is there to concern. Okay, so it has taken the advantage of it.
Okay, Sadhguru.
Okay, fine. So this is a very useful chart to take some kind of actions on the data. So how we can improve the business. Okay, where things are going wrong, corrective measures can be taken. Okay, how things are been progressing over a period of time, we are able to understand those particular things. You are able to compare how each and every products their performance and things. Okay, we can see that papers have shown a good progress in the sales and the profit, but the kind of a distance cover is very low. Okay, and here you can see the copy is something like a major thing. Like, okay, the way it has been grown is very tremendous. It has shown a very huge sharp progress in the sales, but not only the sales, with the profit also. 45-50 degree angle it has been growing. That's really great thing. We see accessories also showing the progress, but we can see 1 year it is decline in the profit here. Okay, but the kind of thing is this angle and this angle is a big difference. Okay, and we see that papers and this one, they are not showing any kind of a progress in the profit. Okay, might be a slightly increase in the sales compared to the other products, then not that much great increase in the sales, but when it comes to profit wise they have not shown any kind of a progress in the profit. Our missions here you can see the first 2 years. Okay, it has shown a positive. 18 we had a negative profit. Okay, 19 a slightly a positive profit, but still you can see 2,900 is the profit in a single year. Again here again 2,900 is a profit. Here is a negative profit. 2 years we had some 2,900 a profit, but 2 years we have a negative profit. So it started with a negative profit, is ending with a negative profit, but it is trying to gain the profit. But in that 2 years, very small minimal profit it gained. So there is it's struggling a lot. Okay, missions. That means it is doing good at the sales, but they're struggling at giving us a good profit. But be like, this product has to be sold in the right place, overhead cost has to be taken care. That can be the major things here. Fine with this?
Yes, Sadhu. Yes, sir.
And done? Understood? Any questions are there?
No, Sadhu, no.
Like, interesting, is it?
Yes, Sadhu, yes. Okay, Sadhu, shall we move forward?
Yeah. Okay. Hey, the next thing is we'll see with the histogram chart.
Okay.
So what is that we do here is I'll just take this particular histogram as what? Okay. Um, so this is your histogram chart, is it? Yeah. Again, and the histogram chart, what is needed is we take a measure. Okay. Now, see, generally what happens is it is just a simple column chart. Okay. But in the case of a column chart, what happens in the x-axis, we take a dimension. A dimension will have a discrete values, is it? Individual value we represent it with the measures like each region wise how the sales are happening, segment wise categories. But here, in the case of histogram, in the x-axis, instead of taking a dimension, we are going to use a measure and convert that as a dimension and use it as a different columns. Each column is going to be representing as a small group of measurable values. Okay, so each column is going to represent as a group of measurable values. So that means you're going to convert a measure, okay, into a small groups, into multiple groups. Okay, like I'll tell you an example here. When you see at this particular data, when you look at this particular data, we have this one here called as quantity. When you see here, so we have this, what you say, the quantity. Okay, we have whenever the customer purchases, he purchases with a different quantity as quantity one or three or two or five quantity in a single order. In a single order, customer purchase with some n number of quantity. I just want to know how many orders are there with as single quantity. How many orders are there with two quantities? How many orders are there with five quantities? How many orders are there with 10 quantities? How many orders are there with 11 quantities? I want to see it in this. Now, quantity is a measurable value. When you take a measure, it automatically does the aggregation. But I don't want to use this as a measure. I want to use this as a dimension, where I just want to say each quantity is going to be as a bin. Okay, so I just want to know how much, what is say, number of orders are being placed with quantity one, how many orders are placed with the quantity two, three, four, five, respectively. So if I have to do this one, so what I will do is, okay, I'll convert this particular quantity. See, what happens is when I take this particular quantity, what is a quantity? As soon as I double click on the quantity, it is summing up all the quantities and says, hey, the total quantity sold is 37,000. No, I don't want it like this. Okay, so I don't want it like this. I want to just say quantity one, two, three. I want to use this as a discrete value. So for that, I'll just convert this particular, what you say, a measure to a dimension. Okay, how do we do that is just right click on this particular quantity. And here we have something called as a create. Under create, we have something called as a bin. Bin is like, creating into smaller groups. Okay, so what is that I do? I selected the measurable value and clicked on the create, and then I clicked on the bin. I just click on this. So it says to give the name for the bin. By default, it is given the name as quantity bin. Okay, you can go with this name itself, or you want to customize this name, you can customize it. Hey, I don't want those brackets. Fine. I just want to say quantity bin. Fine. We can just say, and here before we say okay, you can see the minimum quantity is 1, maximum is 14. The size of the bin is creating with a difference of 1.8 times, where the machine is automatically giving. I say no, I want the size of the bin to be as 1. I want minimum quantity is 1 and maximum is 14. I want to create a bin of size 1. So that means quantity 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, quantity 3, quantity 4 with a difference of, okay, 1. Size of the bin should be a difference of 1, 1.0. Okay. So I'll just say it as okay. You can see a new dimension is being created here called as the quantity bin. Okay, now what I will do is I just want to see the how many orders are there. So I'll just right click, double click on the order ID. I just want to know what is the total order ID for each quantity bin. So I can take the quantity bin into the rows, or you can keep it in the columns, bottom pay you want it. And for that I just want to see how many orders are placed, order ID, and I'll just put into the rows all the members. I just want to have a summarize of this one order ID. So I'll just measure this to count. A distinct count is fine. Okay, I'm converting this to a count. So here it says quantity 1 we have 899 orders. Quantity 2 we have 2400 orders. Quantity 3 again 2400 orders. So out of this 10,000 orders, 4,800 orders, almost 50% of the business is coming with the quantity 2 and 3. Another 9% is coming with quantity 1. Okay, 59, close to 60% of the business is coming with quantity 1, 2, and 3. So that means we have maximum customers who is buying with 2 and 3 quantities. And we see that 4 and 5 again 1200 something, 24, 24, 24 is 3600. 24 plus 24 plus 24 is 7500, plus 100 is 8500, is it? So 85% of the business is happening with where the customer is going with less than 5 quantity. 80% of my orders where the customers are going with less than 5 quantity. And we can see a small percent, like 5% of the business, okay, is coming with the 6 and 7 quantity. And you see 8 and 9 is just around 2% kind of a thing, and more than 10 is not even 1% of the quantity is being sold. That means we don't have a bulk buyers. We don't have a buyers who's buying more than 10 quantities. Very, very few. Okay, buying more than 5 quantities are again very few. But buying like 2 and 3, we have a maximum customers. Buying like less than 5, we have almost 85% of the orders where the customers are buying with less than 5 quantity. So we can come to know what is the kind of how the customers are purchasing here. So maximum customers are purchasing with 2 and 3. So now we can plan out for some kind of a activities here. Okay, so when the customer is buying like 3, why don't we give some offer and make them to go with 4 and 5? Okay, fine.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you want to try this?
Yeah, sorry, okay, I'm doing that.
You want to have one more example on this histogram? Hey,
Yeah,
this
sorry.
particular bin, what is there? No, so you want to group it like with size of 5, 5, 10, 15, or something. So we can modify this particular group, or where is it? Bin here. I can just right click, edit this. Size is 1. I'll just make it as 5. And see here what happens. It becomes a size of 5. So we can see 1 to 5, and then 6 to 10, and then more than 10. So we see that 6,970% of the business is coming with less than 5 quantity customer purchasing. 5 to 10 quantities are on 30% business, and 10 and more than 10 quantities we just have only less than 2% of the business. Got it?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So if you want more example on this particular thing, so we can even look into like uh, see like a profit. See, there is a discount. There is a discount. I just want to know when the discount is more, is the profit more? Okay, the profit is the sales depend on the discount, or the profit depends on the discount. So I want to check that. Okay, so that means when you look at this particular data set here again, we have a discount which is ranging from 0 to, we have given even 80% discount. You can see 0 discount here, point 2 is 20% discount here. So we have also given around 70%, 80% discount. So I just want to know how the business has happened, how the profit has happened when I have given a different discount. Now discount is a measurable value. So I want to know how the profit has happened when I have given a discount of less than 20%. 20 to 40% discount mean what is the kind of a profit I'm getting? 40 to 60 mean what is the profit I'm getting? 60 to 80% discount when you give, how is the profit I'm generating? I want to know that one. Okay. So in that case, what I will do, I'll create a bin for the discount. So I'll just where is the discount here? I'll just say discount. I'll just right click on this. I say create a bin. Okay. So we can see 0 to 80%. So I want to give a bin of size 20.2. Okay, so I'm just creating a discount bin with a size of 20. You can see there is a bin which has been created. Now for each bin, like discount, I just want to know what is the kind of a profit I'm getting. So I just double click on the profit. Okay, or profit I can put in the columns here. Those. So what is that we are able to understand from this one is when we have given a less than 20% discount, 0 to less than 20% discount, my profit is 3,31,000. What you are able to understand from this one is when I have sold the product with no discount or less than 20% discount, my overall profit is 3,31,000. See, my overall profit was only 2,86,000. When I have sold a product with less than 20% discount, my business have I have done much more than the overall business what I have done. Is it 50,000 ka more business I have done? 2,86,000. Here it is 3,31,000 ka profit I have. See, 2,86,000 is the total profit what we are able to get it. But we can see when we have sold a product with no discount or less than 20% discount, we have achieved more than the actual profit. Okay, and we can see when you have sold a product with the actual profit, if you go for it, wait a minute, without the bin. So without the bin you can do. Okay, and we can see with 20 to 40% discount, may we have done again a profit of around 80,000, 77,000. Okay, but we can see when we have sold a product with more than 40% discount, we can see my profit is minus 20 52,000. Above, you can see that is like 40%, like 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60% profit discount when you give, we have never seen a profit. So again, when you see sales of 60 to 80% discount, we have never seen. Okay, so almost like 80% discount may we have never seen a profit. So that means if it is above 40% profit may when you're selling it, we have never seen a profit. So that means it is not a good practice to sell a product with more than 40% discount. Okay, so if this product is being sold with the 40% discount, so you can have a question there why that is being sold. See, there can be a various reason why that product has been sold. Might be it was a not moving products, okay, or it was having some kind of a defective things, okay, or it might be like it is nearing to expiry date. You have some kind of a cosmetics, or you talk about even the eating products, okay, food and those kind of a thing. They have an expiry time, okay, and if you are selling after expiry date, you cannot sell the product. If it is very close to expiry, we sell it with the big margins, big discount. Sorry. Okay, so that can be a various reason why this particular we are running in a big loss. See, when we have sold a product with less than 30%, 40% discount, we have almost touched 4 lakhs ka profit. Okay, but because of this particular high discount, my profit is again come to back to 2.8 lakhs. Okay, this is a major thing. Or I want to divide it with the 10% discount. I can just edit this particular bin here. I just say zero point 0.1. So you can see 3 lakhs 21,000 ka profit we have got when we have sold with less than 10% discount. With 10% discount, might be the sales are low, 10,000 ka profit. You see with less than 30% around there, again 80,000. So when you sum up this, it is almost 80, 90, and that is 4 lakhs 10,000 ka profit we are able to get. But when you're selling more than 30% discount, we have never seen a profit. It is always in a big loss. Understood?
Yeah, Sadhguru.
Yes. So what is the sales happening also you can just check. the kind of a sales that has been done and the profit. So this is a histogram. That means we are converting your what is say measurable value into small bins, and then we are trying to do the analysis.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Like we have a student marks. I just want to know how many students have scored above 80, how many
About
students scored between 60 to
also
80.
fail.
Are there with okay. I want to see that. Okay. Okay. I think this should be fine for today.